All right, welcome back to another awesome episode of Life on the Ave. This is episode 107, and I have two amazing guests today. Super excited to have you guys. So sit back, relax. I'm going to tell you all about my amazing guests. So today, we welcome two Brewfest committee members, Kris Gabbard and Alex Mariner. Together, they help bring to life one of Kennett Square's favorite fall traditions, the Kennett Brewfest, now celebrating its 28th year. On October 4th, more than 85 craft breweries will gather right there in Kennett Square, along with food trucks, live music, and unique local vendors. So whether you're a lifelong beer lover or just coming out to enjoy the atmosphere, there's something for everyone. In fact, this year's Brewfest is expanding its non-alcoholic options with NA beers, mocktails, and custom zero-proof drinks, making it truly a welcoming community event. What makes it even better that every single ticket sold supports Kennett Collaborative's mission to keep Kennett vibrant year-round with events like the Memorial Day Parade, the Holiday Village Market, and the Holiday Lights Parade. So welcome. How are we today?
Thanks so much for having us.
I'm so excited to have you guys. They first just slid in our DMs like, hey, maybe we can collab on a post. And I'm like, come on the podcast. I'm like, come on the podcast. So I'm super excited to have you guys. I'm a Wilmington girl, not a Kennett girl. So I feel as though I'm like your blank canvas audience. So tell me from your guys' perspective, what is the Kennett Brewfest?
Okay, well, so as you said, Kennett Brewfest, this is our 28th year of having it. And it's more than just awesome craft beer, although it is awesome craft beer.
Yes.
But it ends up being this great afternoon in small town Kennett. You know, you're right over the line from Delaware, and you get to come out, and there's these, itty bitty little glasses, and you go around to every single one of these vendors, these brewers, and you get to talk to them. Like, it's an actual community thing where you get to a lot of times meet the brewers, and you get to taste and hear why did they do that. This is their special one. It's not like the thing that you're always going to find at the corner pub.
Right.
And you get to then hang out with your friends. Beautiful day. Great then local food trucks. Bacon on a stick is always a fan favorite from everybody. I mean, come on, bacon on a stick, right?
Right. What's better than that? You got to coat the stomach.
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, that's what the pretzels ahead of time are for.
Right.
But people are like having a good time. They have different outfits on. We have different competitions for necklaces and costumes. But you're going around. You're having this great time, just hanging out and getting to taste lots of awesome craft beers.
Wow.
I mean, it really is amazing. I mean, we're going to have over 200 beers at this fest this year. Kris said over 84 brewers.
Wow.
With non-alcoholic options. And, it's also about community. So this is one of Kennett's largest fundraising events. So, it's a cornerstone for the Kennett area, that had humble beginnings, but we've just grown so large, expecting 3,000 friends and family to join us.
Holy smokes.
And I'll just reiterate, community, friends, family, and beer. That's what we're about.
Yeah.
We also have some food and some music, NA options. That's what we're really leaning into recently.
Love
but
it.
Community, friends, and beer. That's
obsessed.
Yeah.
That's what draws me in.
So how did you both get involved in this?
Yeah, so I started as a volunteer.
Nice.
I moved into the Kennett area in 2016. I went to school in Philadelphia, moved back to Kennett 3 years ago. So
Nice.
I've been a homeowner in the community for 3 years.
Nice.
And started attending the fest. They solicited for volunteers, and I was like, I want to get involved with this. I'm in Kennett, here to stay. It's not just passing through.
Yeah, paying those taxes. You better enjoy all the benefits. Yeah.
So I responded and been involved ever since.
So how many years has it been for you?
I'm on 3.5 years.
Wow,
right now.
nice.
So it's been great. It's
how
a lot
about
of fun.
Yeah, so I moved from the Midwest originally, moved around a lot, and then moved to the Kennett area about 20 years ago. And I can't say that this is me being involved in Kennett Brewfest, but I went to Kennett Brewfest in 2005 when I first moved here. And for my husband and I, we didn't have kids, and it was like our first community event.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he was a home brewer. I'd gotten him into that. And so we really enjoyed hey, Lord, this thing right in our backyard, we should go to it. Mm-hmm. And it was amazing. Like, we had gone to other beer festivals before, but here it was like right there in Kennett, and it was a ton of brewers. So then fast forward, we lived in Kennett for a long time. And then after COVID, it was, gosh, I really want to actually get involved in the community more. Mm-hmm. And so I joined up with Kennett Collaborative, the group behind Kennett Brewfest. but just now joined the Brewfest committee for the first time this year.
Oh, so you're new.
I'm new
Pressure's
to the Brewfest
on.
committee. Have been with Kennett Collaborative for about 3 years now, but have been to Brewfest somewhere between 15 to 17 times.
Got
Two
it.
of those times being pregnant, I'd like to note. So, extra badge of award for that one.
Oh, yeah. I love that. So tell us about the collaborative that you're in.
So Kennett Collaborative, awesome community organization. We're here to make Kennett a beautiful and welcoming place for everybody.
Which you're doing a good job.
I mean, thank
I'm
you.
in real estate and people are like begging to get into that area.
I
So,
love to hear that
yes.
because, I mean, it's definitely, it's always been an awesome place. Like having moved there 20 years ago and getting to see it change, but getting to see it change where you can be somebody who's been in Kennett for like 3 generations, or somebody like me, or somebody who is brand new to the area. And so it's been really awesome. But to Alex's point, like Brewfest is our biggest one. We also have 2 other fests. We have Winterfest and Summerfest. Summerfest is about wine. Winterfest ends up being more beer in the wintertime.
Right.
Little heartier stouts. But Kennett Brewfest then is our big one. And like why we end up being able to do Third Thursdays or the Holiday Lights or the Memorial Day parades. It's because we do this. So
Right.
I know we say it's a little cheesy, like, yeah, you're having a beer, but you're also supporting the community, but you actually are.
Right.
So all of that fun time makes everything else happen there.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And so you've been in that group for how long?
For this will be my 3rd year there. I started chairing the board here
Wow.
this year.
That's
it's such
amazing.
a cool group. We have an amazing staff. It's 3.5 people. But it
Half
seems
people.
like there's 50
Yeah.
that end up doing that. And a lot of it then is because we have awesome volunteers
Right.
for the committees. And again, the communities just surrounding it and the business owners, like you can tell, a lot of good local pride.
Yeah. So 200 beers, 85 breweries, you said, or 85.
87 brewers, over 200 beers to sample. And to Alex's point, some of those now are going to be more the non-alcoholic ones too.
Right.
So we have like hop water.
Okay.
Anybody want hop water from Braylock, which is a local brewery
Yep.
in Kennett. So you dry hop water. It has that slight hop flavor. It's fantastic. Talk
Okay.
about something to tailgate with where it feels like I'm having beer, but
Yeah.
I'm not having beer. You've got that. So,
Cool. So, I mean, as far as I know, we don't have 85 breweries within like, a 5-mile radius of us. So where are all these people? Where are these people coming from? All over the place?
Yeah, they really are. I mean, we're nestled here in this, southeastern PA tri-state area. So we're sourcing from Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania. Do we have anyone from Jersey?
New Jersey. And then we have a
And then-
handful, Vermont, New Hampshire. A lot of them are in Pennsylvania. A good number of them, though, Delaware. I think probably about 10 or 12 from Delaware.
Wow.
The
I didn't even
majority
realize
of
they
them-
had that many.
Well, and honestly, and not all of them are represented, but some great Delaware breweries. I mean,
Yeah.
some that make some of my favorite pilsners and Oktoberfests potentially.
Okay.
But lots from Pennsylvania, Jersey, and then, like I said, a couple from Vermont, New Hampshire.
Since this is early October, do people start teasing their October beers at this event?
100%.
Nice. This
You're
is
going
a
to see
great way to launch
some
that.
Marzens, some Oktoberfest, some
Some
nice
Lederhosen.
pilsners, some
Yeah, okay.
some Lederhosen. There's some.
You say that like I know what that is. What is that?
Traditional German dress.
Okay.
Usually it's like this raw leather
So people dress-
cowhide
they
look.
dress-
Oh, some people will.
Yeah, you
It's
talked about costumes briefly.
so we'll have a best dressed competition.
Okay.
So this last time for Kennett Winterfest, we had that, and 4 people got together, got a Pennsylvania style license plate, cut it into 4 pieces, each hung one around their neck, and it said Brewfest
That's
on
cool.
it. And it was phenomenal. They won best dressed. But we
Cute.
also had a couple dressed up as astronauts.
Wow.
We'll have some dinosaurs. Some
I love it.
other
Unique.
interesting things.
And Kris mentioned snacks and pretzels.
Yeah.
That's a staple food for a Brewfest.
Okay.
So we started doing this thing called snacklesses or a
Okay.
snackless competition where
Okay.
the intention is, you're supposed to build your own string necklace with snacks on
I feel like
it.
I've seen this. Now, the more you're talking, the more I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm shaking my head.
And one fun little story from the last Brewfest was someone showed up in costume as snacks.
Okay.
So she had snacks velcroed all over her.
Cool.
And then she told us she wasn't even aware of the snackless competition.
Did she win?
It was pretty amazing. I can't remember if that's who won or not, but I think it was actually a more elaborate snack
Yes.
list.
It was not enough.
She was the snack list.
I mean, she was kind of a walking snack.
Yeah. Did she give the snacks away?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes,
Oh, nice,
absolutely.
nice.
Well, and that's actually kind of the nice part. I mean, you can have it with hard pretzels, soft pretzels. I've seen jerky. I've seen Slim Jims and other randoms, candy.
Donuts.
Oh,
I've
donuts.
seen many
I haven't
donuts
seen
on
donuts.
a
Nice.
string.
I mean, yeah,
Nice.
it's taken us, bling to an edible level. you
Love
know?
that. Love that. So you tease some food trucks too. So, while we can bring our own snack list, there will be food there.
Very much so.
How
yeah.
do we have room for all of this?
So it's there in the borough parking lot, basically. I always laugh. Yes, where am I going today? I'm going to go to this parking lot in Kennett Square across from the high school.
Yeah.
But it's this nice sized lot that belongs to the borough, and it ends up being closed down just for then this. You have all the different food trucks, and then there's also I think over like 20 vendors that are showing up. They're local artisans, jewelers, a
Cool.
couple jerky guys,
Nice.
stuff like that. So that means like they make jerky. So
Got
making
it.
sure I'm not
Yeah,
trying to say
yeah.
they're jerky guys. And then again, there's the 87 brewers.
Wow. I just can't picture how you fit all that in one parking lot.
Well, and it's going to be cool too because we end up then having the mocktail.
Okay.
So it's this kind of traveling truck that goes with all these different mocktail ingredients.
Cool.
As well as then we'll have coffee and just other alternatives to beer, which I think is great because not everybody drinks beer.
Yeah.
And,
No, yeah.
and more so these days, less people drink beer.
Yeah. It's definitely become more of like a, not trendy thing, but I am seeing a lot of people go sober. I am in my childbearing years. I have a lot of friends that are constantly pregnant. You mentioned that you went pregnant, and maybe you just want to like have fun. You want to like blend in. You don't want to feel like the one weirdo that's not cheersing or not participating. So I think that's amazing that you guys are and the first message I got from you guys that literally highlighted how there is going to be NA beers and mocktails and all that. I think it was one, super smart to highlight that, and two, I just think it's amazing to give people an option.
Yeah,
because you don't want to miss out on any of those people. So how do you attend?
I mean, this is you know everything about attending. Like
we buy a ticket, right?
like-
How do you attend? Like how do you experience the festival, or how do you?
So if I'm interested, I want to come.
Admittance.
Where do I go? How do I get a ticket?
Oh yeah, KennettBrewfest.com is probably the quickest way to get there.
Yep.
We're all over socials, Facebook, Instagram. You might even see us on some TikTok collaborations.
Nice.
Right?
We're on
we
TikTok.
have some
We've
some
gotten
great
some
community partners.
We're
reposts.
going for Gen Z. We're trying to get they're all turning
We
21.
are. Yes.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so we have some different ticket levels this year.
Nice.
As we've mentioned, some expanded
What are the
NA
ticket-
options.
what are the ticket levels?
So
How does that
we
work?
are sold out for our connoisseur session,
Wow.
which is always an awesome win, and we
Nice.
always sell out every fest. So people go and get their tickets early, but we have general admission tickets, and this year the newest thing we're doing are cabanas. So we've got this setup where you can have 9 of your other friends, so 10 of you, and you kind of have a home base for the festival.
Sweet.
So whether you're just a group of friends or a business,
Yeah. Or you
you
like
know,
sponsor a cabana.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool.
And it can just be a good touchdown space for you during the festival.
Nice. So
Throw
you
some
need a-
chairs down.
yeah. Put yourself down. So you need a ticket to get in.
Yes.
And what does your ticket? Let's just go general admin. What does your ticket get you?
Yeah, so it gets you 4.5 hours in the Brewfest.
You get a tasting cup.
You get a tasting cup. You get over 200 beer samples if you can manage.
So you can go around and taste all 200
You
with
can
your.
taste everything. Yes.
Wow.
We have water and water stations for everybody.
Smart.
You have stations to be able to rinse out your cups so you can actually taste the next beer.
Nice,
So you've had
nice.
a bourbon barrel stout, and the next
Right.
beer you're getting is a Pilsner. Let's make sure you rinse the cup
Yeah.
in between.
Sure.
There's also, the ciders and things like that. And then obviously we have live music. It's this great band, was it Jimmy Jazz, right?
Jimmy Jazz, yes.
And it's anything from jazz, rock, folk. It's a little bit of all over the place in
Awesome.
terms of the songs, but
Something for everyone.
Live music in the outdoors.
There's nothing better.
Doesn't get any better
in the
than that.
fall too. Like we'll see. We've had some pretty warm Octobers, but early fall that would be such a vibe. Do people bring kids or no kids?
No kids.
No kids. So it's 21 to get in.
21 and
Yes.
over.
And
Yes.
And no exceptions.
Yes.
I think that's smart.
Yes.
Because it's definitely, sometimes I think we mix kids and alcohol a little too much. So
Don't get me wrong, I love a good community event where you have something like that.
Yes.
But for this one,
get the moon
adults
bounce.
only.
Yeah, no, get the babysitter.
Good excuse to get the sitter.
What time of day is this?
So it starts at 1:30 for the general admission. The connoisseur starts at noon. So people will start to line up pretty early, though.
So connoisseur, you get to come early?
Yep, they get to come early, and there's some select brews that they get. So definitely encourage people to get on the list to be able to see when those tickets go on sale. They do the same thing for Winterfest as well as then for Brewfest and Summerfest. We have a VIP for each one of them.
Smart.
But it's cool because the general session, 4.5 hours, you probably still won't get through all 87 breweries.
Yeah.
Because you will end up finding that beer that you're like, wait, peanut butter and jelly stout? That sounds disgusting. And then you find yourself going back for your third one. And you're like, okay. Or there's brewers who will be like, oh, I think I'm going to take a little bit of this beer and a little bit of this beer and I'm going to put it together. Mm-hmm. Doesn't that taste awesome? And then you're like, I'm going to go back to that brewer again and again because it was a cool experience.
Cool. So cool.
The great thing about the general admission session, too, since we're sold out of the connoisseur, is that every one of the brewers that's at the connoisseur session will remain at the festival for the general admission.
Right,
so you still get a taste, beer from all of those breweries.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you guys are both Kennett people. What's your favorite Brewfest memory or any highlights from all the years you guys have been going?
Gosh.
Anything that stands out to you, like a rainy year or anything like that?
Well, so for me, Brewfest is dear to my heart. My fiance's birthday is early October, so it always coincides around the week of Brewfest. So for me, and this is the case for many other people too, some special moment in life where you keep going back. And so for us, it's a tradition to attend.
That's fun.
And just make new friends.
Oh, that's cute. How about you? Besides being pregnant, I'm sure that's super memorable.
Being pregnant there was fantastic because you figured out I can have a good time.
Yeah, you can
at a Brewfest without drinking. It was fun to people watch tremendously. Don't get me wrong. I think one is like a residual memory of over and over again. I live in a neighborhood, but I would never end up seeing my neighbors during the as you get into the fall and it's like everybody's busy with different things. And I'd go to Brewfest and I'd end up seeing my neighbors, and we'd all end up hanging out without our kids and having a good time, just catching up on, hey, how was your summer? How was everything going on? It's like, why is that we live in the same neighborhood, but we have to go someplace to see each other? But hey, that's the place that you do that. I think the other one though is we had my husband and I had gone to Munich Oktoberfest the year before this one. He had gotten the traditional German dress, the lederhosen.
Nice.
And he wore it, and he's kind of a tall guy, so that's a lot of leather. And people are like, that's your husband over there. I'm like, oh, no, it's not.
Not today.
And I denied the entire day that was my husband, and it was pretty fabulous Brewfest.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So someone that's listening to this, they've never been, maybe their calendar's open, maybe they can shift some things around. They're thinking about, maybe I want to make the effort and come. What's something you would say to put them over the edge of hey, I have to come to this? Anything that stands out or anything you think that would push them over the edge of why they should come?
So I think, for me at least, you don't have to be a craft brewery snob or be like, oh, this is, this thing, and I know about these hops and this, that, and the other. Again, it's pretty low-key. You can come and appreciate and have this really great time. If you're not a beer drinker, or if you're I only like certain kinds, it's a great way to be able to try it in an environment where I don't feel like anybody's judging, nobody's looking, because everybody's just having a good time. And you get to go around and try and see.
Amazing.
And it's really simple. And then if you don't like any of it, whether it's cider or something else, it's just a great fall day out. Aren't we all looking for another reason to get together?
Yes, 100%. What about you?
And, if it's a rain or shine festival,
I was going to ask, yes.
What I like to think is, my cup's full no matter what.
Nice.
It's still a great time when you go out.
It's a good way to look at life.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And as Kris said, there's just so many styles of beer. So even if, you're not a huge craft beer snob and you're only looking for one style, you're probably going to find 20 to 30 of that style. If you only want stouts, we've got stouts. If you want lagers, you can have lagers. As we mentioned, Marsden's and Oktoberfest are probably going to be pretty big as we enter fall.
Love that. Love that. Well, I love it. I already have a lot of friends coming, and my in-laws are pushing a hard bargain for us to get a babysitter and come. So maybe you'll be seeing the garments. So last thing I want to mention, were you going to say something?
Oh, I was just going to say, so yeah, I mean, if you've never been to Brewfest, we've touched on it a little bit, but the festival's organized as an L shape. So you walk in and there's just this kind of sea of tents and vendors and breweries. And then you turn this corner and there's 50 more. And it's just kind of this awe-inspiring gathering of people where you can just drink and have fun and have good food and do a little shopping.
Sounds like a blast. I love it. I love it. So as part of this podcast, they're offering to give away 2 tickets, 2 of the general session admission tickets. So if you are interested in entering the drawing, please comment below. So anyone that comments below will be entered. Feel free to tag any friends for additional entries, and we'll be giving away 2 tickets to the Brewfest. So make sure you comment below. Anything you guys want to leave us with? Social media, following, anything like that? How do we find you guys?
Yeah, definitely check us out, KennettBrewfest.com. Also, KennettCollaborative.org. Check us out on social media as well. And just putting a plug into, because this ends up being our fundraiser, one of the things we've got coming up is the Holiday Lights Parade the Saturday before Thanksgiving. And it is this beautiful at-night event. Bring your kids.
Nice.
You have tractors and trucks decorated with lights.
So cool.
It ends up being like a piece of Americana that is so cool for families.
Yeah, obsessed. Well, follow them on social media, check out their website, and buy your tickets today before it sells out. And we'll see you at Kennett Brewfest. Thank you guys for coming on.
Thanks so much
Thanks
for having us.
Another awesome episode of Life on the Ave. We'll see you next week.